If you don't already know, I was addicted to porn for 6 years, from 13 to 19. I tried NoFap, I got onto NoFap 100 times, got 1, 2, maybe 3 days in every time. Then I'd relapse, hate myself, so I'd relapse again. Figure, I'm already on day 0 of NoFap, I'll just go again. Day's ruined, so I'll go, 5, 6 times today, start again tomorrow. That happened over 100 times, okay? I'll tell you why that happened soon, but I eventually quit at 19, and here's how. So step 1, I got onto less Fap. Instead of NoFap, I got onto less Fap. Now this links to No Nut November, because you think if you relapsed on that, you failed, or you should have got 30 days in. You're trying to rush quitting porn, right? You think, okay, I'm used to watching porn every day. If I get onto No Nut November, I'll go 30 days without it instantly, cool. Well, no, it's not going to work like that, because if you've been watching porn every day for the past, 5, 10 years, if you've done it 1,000 hours, 10,000 hours of porn, you expect to just go a month without it. And then when you fail, which will happen, if it's already happened, you're just going to feel shit about yourself. And then you'll relapse again. That's what happened on NoFap with me. It's the same thing. So get onto less Fap. Forget No Nut November, right? Less Fap is simply just fapping less each week. So if you watch porn 7 times last week, that's the level you're ready for. Okay, so this week, go for 5 times. Because that is still the level you're ready for. It's just going to be a bit harder. Instead of going from 7 times to 0, it's stupid. Go from 7 to 5 to 3 to 1. And within a couple of months, you've gone from doing it once a day to once a week. And it's not even that difficult, because you're still watching porn, because it's enjoyable when you're addicted, I understand. You're getting benefits each week, because you get benefits not from going 30 days without watching porn in November. You wake up on day 31 with 600 times more testosterone, all that shit. It don't work like that. You get benefits from quitting porn just by watching it less, right? If a fat guy was eating all day, right, he wouldn't have to cut out all the junk food to lose fat. He'd have to cut out a tiny bit of junk food, replace it with some fruit or something, and he'd lose weight, right? Because he's just made that small change. He doesn't have to have a perfect diet to make any difference, right? Same with you. You go from 7 times to 5 times. That's like a 10, 20% decrease. So guess what? You'll be 10, 20% more confident, 20% more testosterone, 20% less anxious. That's how it works. You watch it less, you get benefits, okay? And the final reason less Fap works so well, when we're not trying to rush anything, is because you finally see progress towards quitting porn, which is your goal after years. After years of trying on NoFap, I made 0 progress. 1 step forward and 2 step back. So I've made negative progress, because from getting onto NoFap to getting to the end of NoFap years later, my addiction was worse. So I've made negative progress. But you get onto less Fap, you're still watching porn, getting benefits, and within 1 or 2 weeks, you've made more progress on that than years of NoFap. So less Fap is the way to go. I'm linking this to No Nut November, because, you're addicted to, if you're used to watching porn once a month, then yeah, get onto No Nut November. You could probably do it you could probably not watch porn for a month, right? Because that's the level you're ready for. But I'm sorry, but you're not ready for that level. I wasn't ready for that level, but I was still trying to do it and failing every time, right? Imagine a skinny guy walking into the gym, lifting the heaviest weight. He won't be able to do it. You won't be thinking, wow, he's going to lift that and get so big so quick. No, he's an idiot. He can't lift that because he's not ready for that. That's what we were doing. That's what you're doing. Trying to quit porn cold turkey when you're not ready for it. What should the skinny kid do? Should go to the lightest weight and lift that. And then next week, he'll lift the one slightly heavier. That's how to progressively overload. With you slightly reduce how much porn you're watching each week. That's the opposite, progressively deloading. You're not going from max to 0 instantly. You're going like that gradually, and you'll quit. Now, no pressure, but the link below is my porn quitting course. It's just all the tips I could give you, all the tips I could think of, the mistakes I made that cost me years, just in a cheap format down there for you. It's very cheap. The price will go up soon. Supports me. You'll quit porn faster. So if you're interested, check it out. Now, the next step is what you can do when you get urges, okay? Because I never knew how to overcome my urges. I'd see in videos, meditate, stay in that same position, and David Goggins discipline, you drain your willpower, circulate the sexual energy through your body so every cell of your body feels it. And I'm like, I can't do that shit. I'm not a monk, right? And I failed every time. I'd stay in that environment like an idiot because I didn't know better. And 10 minutes go by, my willpower's gone from there to there. Another 10 minutes has gone by, my willpower's there. Guess what happened there? When my willpower's gone, I'd relapse. Let's say that was in the morning. After I've relapsed and felt shit about myself, my willpower's still here. It doesn't go up after that, it stays there for the rest of the day. So the chance of me scrolling, playing video games, or watching porn again has gone up, 1,000 times? Okay, so they were always the worst days. because I drained my willpower and then watched porn. What I should have done is what works for every single urge. Action. All right? Instead of staying in that same environment where you're used to watching porn like an idiot, excuse me, you need to get up and move, because action solves everything. You want to lose some weight. Do you want to either think about losing weight, think about the perfect diet and training plan, or just go to the gym and try the exercises? The action will get you to lose weight. The action will get you to quit porn. Get up out of that environment. Because why would you stay in your bed when you're used to watching porn in your bed? Imagine a crack addict trying to quit drugs and he goes into a crack den and stays there. Oh, I've got discipline, guys. It's retarded because he's going to fail, right? So if you're addicted to porn and you're used to watching it in bed, get up and go for a walk, okay? The beauty of this is before you even put your shoes on to leave the house, the urge is pretty much gone, because you've told your brain by leaving the room, leaving your bed, leaving that environment, oh, we're not watching porn now. Your brain's like, all right, cool. We're not watching it, I guess. Let's just take away his horniness because he doesn't need it, right? He's not going to watch porn. He's going for a walk. He's doing something active. All right, we'll give him some testosterone, give him some energy. Cool. That's how the brain works. You've told your brain, all right, we're not watching it, by leaving the room, leaving the environment. And before you've even left the house, your brain has already picked up on it and is like, all right, he's not watching it. That's why action is so powerful, all right? You want to solve any problems in your life? Action. Lose weight, make money, quit porn, action. That's the best and most effective way to overcome urges. And I've tried them all. All my customers have tried them all. This has always been the most effective one. Now, the last bonus tip I'll give you, just for free, will not only help you have a better life, but it will help you quit porn. Improve your mental health. Now, you've heard it before. This is gay advice, whatever. It works. There's two people, okay? One of them is lonely, no friends, no goals. He's sad and he's depressed. This guy's social, confident, charismatic, got friends, got a great life, got a purpose. Which one has a porn addiction? Obviously the sad guy, right? Because he's sad all the time, so he watches porn to make himself feel not sad. He's anxious, he's lonely, so he turns to porn to make himself feel not them emotions. This guy's already happy. We turn to porn to feel happy, but if you're already happy, you don't need porn, the video games, the junk food, because your mental health is good. You could read a book, go to the gym, sit in the sun and be happy. That's what a healthy man should be like. And if your mind isn't like that, then you turn to overstimulating things to make yourself happy, like porn. So if you're sad, you turn to porn, all right? This guy watches it, 3 times a day. That's the kind of guy he is. This guy who's happy, he might watch porn still. He might watch it once a month, a couple of times a year. That's not an addiction, because he's happy and he fixes mental health. So how do you do it? 3 easy tips. The first one I'll just go over quickly. Exercise. We're human beings, so exercise. Second one is gratitude journal. This is just when you write down each morning one thing you're grateful for. This is very effective because it's been proven when you're grateful, it's impossible to be anxious. You're going to be a happier human being because you're writing down things you're grateful for. I mean, what other person does that? There's a reason everyone's sad, depressed, addicted to things, because they don't do things like this. So if it sounds gay, I don't care, it works. Just write down what you're grateful for. The fact that you've got arms and legs, because imagine if you woke up and you didn't have that. Or you didn't have a mum, a bed, a house, a family, whatever. Write it down and think about that, okay? Then come back to reality and be like, oh, I've got a mum, a bed, a house, arms and legs. Life's pretty good. And then throughout your day, you'll just be a more grateful person, more happy, and less likely to watch porn. The final thing for your mental health is to meditate. This is just when you breathe in and out and just focus on your breath. That's it. But the point of meditation is to lose focus, think about something else, then bring your focus back to the breath. People think they fail meditation because, I couldn't focus on my breath. That's the point. You're supposed to focus on your breath as hard as you can. Then you'll get a thought of some girl, some guy, something that's going to happen later, whatever. Then you recognize you're thinking about something else. Then you bring your focus back to the breath. That's how you actually meditate. That's how you actually level it up. What this does is forces you to be present and mindful, so there's no thoughts in your head. When you just think about the present moment, you're not thinking about the past or the future. So you can't be anxious or depressed, right? So the anxiety and depression goes away. You're just calm all the time. You're happy because you're more mindful and present throughout the day because you've meditated. Start by doing it for 1 minute a day, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Just keep gradually building it up. If you're getting 1,000 thoughts in a minute, that's fine. That's the point. Bring your attention back to the breath as soon as you can. That's how you increase your mindfulness and presence. So there's no bad negative thoughts in your brain. So the chance of you watching porn goes down dramatically. Combine that with less FAP. When you get an urge, action. That's how you quit porn. Forget about No Nut November. You'll quit porn following this faster than anyone. So I hope this helped. Please subscribe if it did, and goodbye. By the way, no pressure, but the link under this video is my paid porn quitting course. When you feel like you trust me enough, and if you feel like my free advice has helped you change your life in any way, check that out right now.